The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Web shops want 25 more years. The boss is seeking an extension of their moratorium on licenses. Our Prime Minister and unions clashing over payouts. And the Youth, Sports and Culture Minister says no private parades will be allowed around the holidays. We are talking with the JCNP, their stance on all of this. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Duquesa Dean will be joining us. Also this morning, the countdown is on to the Agrarian Awards. You've got all the details, what you need to know about the event. And later, we'll tell you about the Miracle Miles event that's coming up, the second annual. Everything you need to know. It's all straight ahead on a busy Tuesday after the National Heroes Day holiday morning. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning.
Wake up, wake up.
In the overnight, gaming house operators have apparently asked the Davis administration for an additional 25-year moratorium on the issuance of gaming licenses. The NASA Guardian confirming this, the move would lock in the monopoly for the current group of operators. Gaming Board Secretary Tira Ramming confirming receipt of the operator's request, providing no more details on the matter, including how much of an extension is being sought. Minister responsible for gaming, Chester Cooper, wished not to comment on the issue, but the Guardian understands the Gaming Board has turned the matter over to the government for a policy decision to be made. The justification for an additional 25-year exclusivity period was unclear after the Christie administration disregarded the will of voters as expressed in a referendum in 2013 and legalized web shop gaming. The then government decided to provide the web shop operators exclusivity in the industry. In March 2017, then Minister for Gaming, the late Obi Wilshcombe, said it will be another decade before the government even considers expanding the web shop industry beyond a maximum of 8 operators, as the Gaming Board has implemented a 10-year moratorium. The Christie administration had originally proposed a 5-year moratorium. But the existing web shop operators pushed back for a longer period, making the case that the existing license holders had put up significant amounts of money to see themselves regulated and licensed. The government appears set for a showdown with the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Bahamas Public Service Union over the timing of payouts of salary increases for civil servants. After Prime Minister Philip Davis met with union leaders on Monday, BUT President Belinda Wilson said if he does not agree to the payouts in the October pay period, when they meet again, there will be industrial action across the country. The threat prompted the Prime Minister's office to announce that a meeting that had been planned for Tuesday today will not happen It signaled an escalation in tensions between the unions and the government that played out dramatically in downtown Nassau last week Wednesday, when Wilson and BPSU President Kingsley Ferguson led hundreds of workers in a protest that culminated in Rawson Square as parliamentarians returned from their summer recess. In a voice note to union members that came after the Monday meeting, Wilson said that they requested all public servants, inclusive of teachers, be paid retroactive to September 2024, just like the middle managers, and that payments be made October 2025. Wilson saying, quote, "We expect to have that exact amount that will be paid to all public servants, and we expect the payments to be done October payday. We'll update you further after tomorrow's meeting, but remember, if the outcome of the meeting is not satisfactory, we will assemble at the Old City Market parking lot on Market Street on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wilson added that they will also encourage all public servants in Grand Bahama to assemble outside the office of the Prime Minister in Freeport, and all Family Island members to remain at home. Not long after that voice note, the Prime Minister issued a statement announcing the cancellation of the Tuesday meeting, reiterating the government's previous stance that the workers will be paid before Christmas. Former NBA champion Rick Fox has hinted that he's mulling a political run. In a post on Facebook Sunday, Fox said, quote, "I've been hearing from a lot of you lately asking if I'm thinking about politics, if I'd consider running in the next general election. Truth is, I didn't expect so many people to care, but I've been having real conversations with women, youth, business owners, everyday Bahamians, and I keep hearing the same thing. We're ready for something different." Fox, a 56-year-old Bahamian who is also of Canadian heritage, is a three-time NBA champion and actor. On Monday, he responded to a NASA Guardian question on what is his vision for the country, saying, quote, "If I were to ever get into frontline politics, would be to have us realize our potential as a nation in the areas we have significant room for improvement. I see more results in food security, energy cost, education and healthcare, and diversification of our economy beyond tourism." Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mary Bolag calling for an audit of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, the JCNP. His comments coming after the JCNP, which has maintained the parades on New Providence for more than 2 decades, said that it would lose $1 million with the government's decision to hand over the management of the parade to the NJC, the National Junkanoo Committee. Bolag saying that they've been investigating their claim as it relates to those figures, saying, quote, "I found some very interesting things and our investigation is continuing. What I will say is that I will be calling for an audit of the JCNP." Bolag making the comments during a press conference Friday where he announced that Douglas Hanna and Calvin Green will take the lead in the management of the upcoming national parades for the NJC. And voter verification exercises commence today as stations across constituencies across the country and residents prepare for the next general election. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson saying during a press conference yesterday that these stations are part of the continued effort to ensure that the voter register remains accurate. He said that in New Providence, stations have been established at familiar community sites. He said the registration department has partnered with the Ministry of Education to make verification exercises available at several public schools. He said all stations are operating Monday through Friday from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. until further notice. He says this will give voters an opportunity to confirm their existing information, correct any discrepancies, and if they choose, allow for their biometric data to be securely transferred from their passport to their voter register. Overseas, Russian forces launching powerful glide bombs and drones against Ukraine's second-largest city in overnight attacks, hitting a hospital and wounding 7 people, dropping sharply as European military aid for Kyiv drops sharply and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky prepares to ask the United States for Tomahawk missiles. The Russian attack in Kharkiv in Ukraine's northeast hit the city's main hospital, forcing the evacuation of 50 patients. And the attack's main targets were energy facilities, according to President Zelensky. Zelensky on Telegram saying, quote, "Every day, every night, Russia strikes power plants, power lines, and our natural gas facilities. Russian long-range strikes on its neighbor's power grid are part of a campaign since Moscow launched a full-scale invasion in February 2022, trying to disable Ukraine's power supply, denying citizens heat and running water during the bitter cold in the winter. The Ukrainian leader urging foreign countries to help blunt Russia's long-range attacks by providing more air defense systems for the country, which is almost the size of Texas and hard to defend from the air in its entirety." Madagascar's President Andry Rajoelina dissolving the country's lower house of parliament today in the midst of a military rebellion that led him to flee the country. Rajoelina issuing a decree for the National Assembly to be dissolved immediately, according to a statement posted on the Madagascar presidency's Facebook page. His whereabouts are unknown after an elite military unit joined youth-led anti-government protests over the weekend and called for him to step down in an apparent coup attempt. The president said in a speech broadcast on social media on Monday night that he left the country in fear for his life. His move to dissolve the National Assembly came while lawmakers were meeting to discuss possible impeachment proceedings to remove him as president. By dissolving the National Assembly, Rajoelina effectively blocked any impeachment proceedings. The decree by the 51-year-old deepens the political crisis in Madagascar, an island country of 31 million people off the east coast of Africa. Rajoelina has faced pressure to resign from weeks of anti-government protests led by Gen Z groups. And Mexico has deployed some 10,000 troops in addition to civilian rescue teams. Helicopters have ferried food and water to the 200-some communities that remain cut off by ground and carried out the sick and injured after flooding that has killed 64 people across 5 states and left 65 missing. Authorities say some 100,000 homes across the region have been damaged by the torrential rains and flooding. Streets in Poza Rica, 170 miles northeast of Mexico City, the capital. The cleanup of mud and debris complicated by thick oil deposits on trees, roofs, and vehicles tossed by the current that swept through Friday. Parts of Veracruz state received some 24.7 inches of rain from October 6th through 9th. The Mexican president acknowledging it could still be days before access is established to some places. She denied that government systems had failed to provide sufficient warning. Mexico's Civil Protection Agency said the heavy rains killed 29 people in Veracruz state on the Gulf Coast as of Monday morning, 21 people in Hidalgo state, north of Mexican City, and at least 13 were killed in Puebla, east of Mexico City. Earlier, in another state, a child died in a landslide. Authorities have attributed the deadly downpours to 2 tropical systems that formed off the western coast of Mexico and have since dissipated: Hurricane Priscilla and Tropical Storm Raymond. In sports, a cross-country season in the country, continuing with the 2025 William Knucklehead Johnson Cross Country Invitational at St. Augustine's College on Saturday. Athletes turned in a number of top performances, earning victories for the T-Bird Flyers, clinching the two top finishes in the under-20 boys event. The C.O. Walker Knights won the under-20 boys division with 30 points. Aaron Bailey Pacers second with 33 points, and Noble Prep finishing third with 82 points. There's more in today's Guardian Sports section. The Gymnastics Federation of the Bahamas is officially naming a 35-member team to represent the country at the 2025 Carifta Artistic Gymnastics Championship, slated for December 6th and 7th in Trinidad and Tobago. All the names in today's Guardian Sports section. From Major League Baseball, the playoffs, and, well, the championships now. The Los Angeles Dodgers barely holding on in the ninth inning to beat the Milwaukee Brewers 2-1 in the National League Championship Series opener. The Seattle Mariners taking a 2-0 lead in the American League Championship Series, beating the Toronto Blue Jays 10-3. And from Monday Night Football action in the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons getting a 24-14 win over Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And the Chicago Bears getting past the Washington Commanders 25-24. More NFL news. The Tennessee Titans starting this season knowing the franchise is rebuilding with lots of work to be done. Brian Callahan didn't produce enough growth 6 games into his second season, and that cost him his job on Monday when he became the first NFL coach fired this season. The Titans president of football operations, Chad Brinker, saying they want to win as many football games as they possibly can, he said, but we preached and talked about the growth, and we just have not seen the growth with the team to this point. Brinker said he and the general manager met with controlling owner Amy Adams Strunk, as usual, on Monday morning before telling Callahan that Tennessee was letting him go. The Titans announcing hours later that Mike McCoy would serve as interim coach. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Any weather for today, prefrontal activity associated with a weak cold front across the northwest Bahamas will continue to generate showers and isolated thunderstorms over parts of the country today. Drier, more stable conditions expected across the extreme northern islands. That's going to gradually extend into the rest of the northwest Bahamas later this evening, resulting in fair conditions. There remains exposed to shorelines and beaches. Beachgoers, swimmers, and pleasure craft operators should exercise caution. Your forecast for today for the extreme northern islands. Partly sunny to sunny, becoming fair tonight. Only about a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers this morning, decreasing to less than 10% by late afternoon into this evening. Winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas and the central islands, look for partly cloudy to cloudy conditions this morning, gradually improving throughout the day, mostly fair tonight. A 30 to 40% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms this morning for the northwest Bahamas, decreasing to 10 to 20% by tonight. 30 to 50% chance for the central islands today. Winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots for the northwestern islands. Light and variable becoming northeasterly at less than 10 knots by this evening for the rest of the central islands. Better conditions for the southeastern Bahamas, variably cloudy today and tonight, only about a 10 to 30% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms. Winds southeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, decreasing to 10 knots or less. High temperatures today, highs across the northernmost islands around 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. The heat index won't be a factor. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence and the central Bahamas, look for highs around 88 Fahrenheit, 31 Celsius. The heat index More of a factor for the Central Islands, making it feel like it's about 102 Fahrenheit, 39 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 78, 79 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. Warmer for the southeast Bahamas, highs around 90 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. The heat index making it feel like it's 104 Fahrenheit, 40 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 79 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook and a look at the tropics coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance Made Simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
You are listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Mom, the Christmas cookies are ready. Leave them right here under the tree for
Santa or for CIBC Caribbean.
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking to elevate your gadget game or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
This October, Bahama invites you to indulge your senses at the Culinary and Arts Festival, where world-class flavors meet breathtaking creativity in the heart of the Bahamas. Join us October 22nd through 26th for an unforgettable celebration featuring culinary legends Daniel Boulud, Marcus Samuelson, Dario Cicchini, and Simeon Hall Jr., alongside a vibrant lineup of Bahamian chefs and mixologists. Explore captivating art installations, interactive workshops, and live performances, all set against the stunning backdrop of Nassau's premier luxury resort. And don't miss an electrifying live performance by global superstar Lenny Kravitz, headlining the festival's welcome party on Friday, October 24th, with a concert experience you won't forget. This is more than a festival, it's a feast for the soul. Tickets and packages are going fast. Visit bahamar.com to reserve your spot at the Culinary and Arts Festival at Bahamar, where taste and talent take center stage. Bahamar, life spectacular.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
It's the glitziest night in agriculture, where roots run deep and the spotlight shines bright. The Agrarian Awards 2025 takes center stage on Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Grand Ballroom. The and you need to be there. Presented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources and the Agricultural Development Organization. Get your tickets now at adobahamas.org or call 397-7400 for more information. The Agrarian Awards 2025, planting with heart and
Southwest
soil.
Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BENC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there, the Athlete's Foot and BTC, Games and More, John Bull Fine Threads, Alive Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's, Clarkson Island Luck, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
Hi, I'm Shivago Lang, host of Z Live, and we're changing things up a bit. Starting October 14th, our daily talk show will move from 2 p.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday. We will continue our in-depth looks at national issues, thoughtful analysis of current affairs, insightful coverage of international developments with a reasoned, intelligent, and solutions-focused approach. So tune in weekdays at 12 p.m. for Z Live, where we navigate complexities with poise and purpose, and keep you informed and engaged.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way?
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line. Powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, Duquesa Dean. Duquesa, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Bahamas.
Hope you had a great holiday.
I did. It was a wonderful holiday. What about you?
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here. So we're going to have a great week.
Yeah, talking about the holiday weekend, want to send a shout out to the Pa Obi's crew from Wemses by Illutra. We had a wonderful family reunion this weekend.
You went there?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They had a homecoming thing.
Yeah, it was a family reunion. It was really, really great. Nice. And there was homecoming as well.
Oh, so
yeah, but
it was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
It was. So Luther was the place to be.
Yeah, okay. I would say the rain didn't exactly cooperate, but we had a fabulous time together.
Great. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, there's a lot going on. A lot to talk about this morning. And, boy, this is one of those days you wish you had several more hours, right? But with the JCMP in the news, the Minister of Sports, Youth, Sports, and Culture making a lot of claims, we're going to get their response, the JCMP, to all of this morning. Is it over for the JCMP? What happens next? We're going to talk to them about that. Later in business, the countdown is on to the Agrarian Awards. Just a few days left. What you need to know if you are nominated or if you're attending, everything, all the details there. Plus, we'll tell you about the second annual Miracle Miles event. That is coming up this weekend. Details about that as well. So a lot to get to on this Tuesday. Let's begin, though, with what's in the news. And in the news, just letting you know, it's Z-Day here on Guardian Radio. Z-Day. We've proclaimed it Z-Day as Z Live is moving to 12 o'clock beginning today. And It's going to be now from 12 to 2 with Zhivargo Lang. Okay. And Guardian Radio today is moving to 2 p.m. so you can listen to Cleveland Anku Aeneas and Garth Roseborough and crew at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Beginning today. So I'll switcheroo there. But it's Z-Day.
Okay.
All day.
All day.
On Guardian Radio. All right, so with what's in the news, where do we begin? This is a lot. So the big story would have been the Prime Minister and the unions and the clash, the holiday meeting they had yesterday, scheduled to have another one today, with the Prime Minister canceling that meeting. And the voice note that Belinda Wilson of the BUT issued, and warnings about if we're not paid by October pay period, we're going to have a strike. And even though the Prime Minister had promised, that was last week, that they'll be paid by Christmas, and walked out of the House hand in hand with Belinda Wilson and Kingsley Ferguson promising Christmas payouts, but apparently not good enough. We'll get to that, time permitting.
Okay.
There's some other things in the papers today that just are unbelievable. So Rick Fox, Who?
Right.
Rick Fox hinting at a possible political run. We won't even have time to unpack that today.
Like, why?
Anyway.
Where did this come from?
I don't understand what's going on. Okay, but the big story that really is blowing my mind, web shops want 25 more years of moratorium.
Yes.
Is a web shop year shorter than the rest of ours?
No, it's the same calendar year.
So our Candia Dame's writing about this today, and in my mind, I don't know if I'll be able to continue with the show. Gaming house operators have asked the Davis administration for an additional 25-year moratorium on the issuance of gaming licenses. The NASA Guardian confirmed the move would lock in the monopoly for the current group of operators. Gaming Board Secretary Tia Raming confirming receipt of the operator's request, but provided no more details on the matter, including how much of an extension is being sought. Minister responsible for gaming, Chester Cooper, wished not to comment on the issue, but the Guardian understands the Gaming Board has turned the matter over to the government for a policy decision to be made. The justification for an additional 25-year exclusivity period was not made clear. After the Christie administration disregarded the will of voters as expressed in a referendum in 2013 and legalized web shop gaming, the then government decided to provide the web shop operators exclusivity in the industry. Do we need to remind folks about that?
Yes.
After this was defeated in a referendum.
I don't think it makes a difference, but yes.
And then they told us it wasn't really a referendum, it was just an opinion poll.
Right.
But they still went against what the people said.
Correct.
And decided to give the people who were already in the industry exclusivity.
Yep.
You were doing something that was against the law, but now we're going to grandfather you in and block out anybody else from being in this. So that was very fair, wasn't it? In March 2017, then Minister for Gaming, the late Obie Wilshcombe, said it will be another decade before the government even considers expanding the web shop industry beyond the maximum of 8 operators, as the Gaming Board had implemented a 10-year moratorium. The Christie administration had originally proposed a 5-year moratorium, but it went to 10. The existing web shop operators pushed back for a longer period, of course, making the case that the existing license holders had put up significant amounts of money to see themselves regulated and licensed. I want to add some commentary here, but I'll hold the breath. But the money was to have themselves regulated and licensed. That's what the money was for.
Right.
Among the more vocal on the issue at the time was Island Lux CEO Sebas Bastian, who said in 2017, quote, anytime you allow too much saturation in a market of this size, you set everyone up to fail. Well, isn't that interesting?
Very.
Do you know how many radio stations there are in this country? But anyway, let's focus. Quote, I think it really can render some sort of control of the industry, making it easy for the regulators to police, manage, and the number of licenses is pretty much in line with the maximum that the business of it can sustain. Okay, let's test that theory, though. He said at the time he will continue to be a champion for the Bahamian people and will not, quote, close the gates behind him, but empower and inspire them. Later in 2017, under a new administration, the new Minister for Gaming, Dionisio de Aguilar, told the Nassau Guardian that the 10-year moratorium that prevents the government from even considering expanding the web shop industry beyond a maximum of 8 operators was, quote, anti-competitive, an anti-competitive policy which impedes Bahamians aspiring to enter the web shop sector, and he suggested a review of the sector, its social cost, and the rate of taxes would bode well for the way forward. The Christie administration claimed the moratorium was implemented to avoid proliferation. The Nassau Guardian was unable to confirm when the gaming operators made their request for the additional 25-year exclusivity license period. With Bastien now seeking a nomination for the governing PLP, the moratorium request will attract increased interest. His operation is the largest web shop operation in the country. On Thursday, Bastien told reporters he would be willing to step away from the industry. The comment coming after he showed up at PLP headquarters to go before the candidates committee. Well, okay. Let's get your reaction to all this, folks. It's a very interesting story.
Well, I mean, if you close it, that's less people who can win, because it's only them that will truly benefit from the.
Now, when you say win, you mean who? The
request,
owners or the
the owners. The request. The request.
Right. You don't mean the players.
No, the players ain't winning.
They win. Right. Well, we know.
So
barely 8. I don't. It's 8 winning. That's probably 4 or 5.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Yes.
So why should only them be allowed?
It's been almost 10 years.
Right.
Let's hear from you. 323-6232. Well, more than that. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. People say radio stations, I mentioned that. Well, what about EV dealerships and, I guess, chicken shacks and all these things?
Right.
Everything else, you all can cannibalize yourselves.
Right.
But this one, we're going to hold tight
keep
to
for
the
us.
chest.
Right.
Interesting.
Right.
Caller, you're on the air. Car dealerships. There's more car dealerships than, not just EVs.
Didn't
every single
right, and they're popping
block.
up. Right. But that didn't stop doesn't stop anyone from opening one. So
madness.
Right. Isn't it a saturated market already?
Scores. Hundreds on lots.
I am not.
Just sitting there. People bringing in their own cars.
I'm telling you.
I don't understand it.
I'm telling you.
But
on this
nothing.
little
It's
island.
fine.
On this little island.
It's fine. It's fine. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Dwight, how are you?
Well, I'm trying to understand the country that we live in.
Boy, Dwight, it's so confusing, inconsistency, but anyhow. But you were right, the people decided not to have this gaming thing, but the government at the time decided to push forward. So my thing is that if they give them 50 years, if the government changed today, a new government could reverse that based on that issue that the Bahamian people rejected it. My thing is, if you can go that way, you might as well go to the National Lottery, which would really benefit more than what they're dealing now. National Lottery funds could go towards education, health care, so on and so forth, just like how they have it set up in Florida. So my thing is, National Lottery is better than what they got now, because only a few people getting what they could get out of this thing. They may get people, must say on 1 million people, they give you one car and thing. They are benefiting more as private investors, so to speak, or owners. It's not helping this country at all. National Lottery is the thing. If I become government tomorrow, I will reverse it and change it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Reverse it. Wow. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How you doing this morning?
I am well. Good morning.
Good morning to your co-host.
Good morning.
Dwight, let me make my input just, give me 2 minutes. I speak slowly so my fans can hear me properly. When I voted, when they had the game in, I voted no for the new number man. I voted yes for the lotto. There's a reason why I voted yes for the lotto. People like Paul and he was some of our heroes. Couldn't get nothing, couldn't get no training, couldn't pay for nothing. Phil Smith, God bless his soul. we had a lot of good athletes in this country, basketball players. Government doesn't have the money to do nothing for us to be humans, but any foreigner come to this country and get everything. See, and I don't see, Dwight, I heard you say something a while ago. How many water companies do we have in the country? Many, right?
Quite a few.
One right horse in the guy. That's where I buy my water. You got to ask it to get chance. Why they have more time, man? So the rest of us in sport have nothing. The hogs want everything with this country. You know, Dwight, I read and I've watched international news for many, many years. One country, someplace in Africa, the army joined the protesters themselves. But these are people. You all can't lock the people up. Right? If the Prime Minister David, please find some people, call Mother Pratt and Miss Allen and try to get some input, man. This country is getting decayed. This country is not working by this country. Pay everybody your own place, man. Dwight, I'd be all about it, and see the happy, but you know. That's all I can say for the time being, my brother. Thanks, Big Michael.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wow. Let's take more calls. You can text us as well, 422-4796. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight, and good morning, the Duchess.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Hey, Dwight, and now I understand why the good gentleman, is trying to get into the House of Assembly, because, hey, once he gets in there, he will definitely have the power to take this moratorium probably to indefinite, make it mandatory that no other person could come inside what you call it. So I was trying to figure out why is Sabas trying to get in the House of Assembly. But listen to the show today, it really caused me to see why, because there's no other reason this man needs to go in the House of Assembly, because he has access to do anything what people in the House of Assembly can't do, right? So and so I'm going to go with JJ this morning, because I also voted against legalizing number, despite I bought numbers before, right? I also voted against it because it made more sense for us to have a lottery, because a lottery can help us, a citizen, if they win. But the number guys are reaping, and they're pillaging all over this country. I heard the same gentleman said on show on the Guardian. I sure y'all can find it, that he don't go to the Family Islands. There's nothing to the Family Islands for him to go there for, right on your radio show. But every Family Island you go, you could see them have their number houses on these Family Islands which don't have fire engines or proper roads.
My God.
And they're second, right? But hey, I hope the people inside in that area vote against, because we don't need to have another monopoly politician with only there to save themselves. We don't need that. We need development inside this country, Dwight. Have a nice day.
All right, thanks a lot. I mean, my
hopefully,
goodness.
Hopefully, even if it comes to a vote, that this time they use the voting results in making their decisions.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
you put it to a vote and still do what you want to do. So, what's the point?
And against one of your main campaign supporters, I don't know.
Right.
Campaign finances. That's going to be tough. What next? Will they say no bingo at churches? No, you can't play checkers at home? Because we do all the gaming. Only us. My Lord. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
No raffles.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Caller, good morning. Are you there? Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning. You hit the nail on the head, the campaign finance reform. I mean, if we had an idea as to how much money individuals are contributing to both political parties, because I know how it works, you contribute to both, then you have an opportunity to suggest first before you demand what you want. And this may be a similar situation, If we knew the persons who are contributing, we would really be able to see clearly why we are getting what we're getting. Right? Because that's just the way the system is set up. It's a system of let me monopolize, let me have moratorium, let me have exclusivity, because I want it all. You must understand the nature and greed of the human. I want it all. I don't want to share it. If I want to share it, let me decide who I'm going to share it. But I first want it all. And that's what we are facing today in the Bahamas. The politicians, they want to always win. They never want to die in office. They want to live forever. You know, you have the foreign politicians are trying to find this longevity pill. You know what I'm talking about. And when they come up with that, God knows, you know, you're going to find that AI is going to be controlling through the dead people. This is where we are. I want it all. Even in the grave, I want it all. Okay?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. Let's see if we can get these calls in. Caller, you are live on the air. Good morning. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good morning, Miss Dan.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, Poppy here. You know, before I forget, Dwight, I think it was Friday. I don't know if they do it before Friday last week, but I didn't hear it on the Guardian radio station, and I want to salute. I think that's the Galena group of companies. They are the lady, Miss Pamela. They present some of these, what you call textbooks to Uriah Marquis School. For I guess all the grade, I think it's 4 set of grade 3s. I don't know if that's a couple hundred children or whatever. They wasn't able to do it for all the schools. She mentioned how she would have liked to do it. You know, she was encouraging them, Ms. Musgrove Ferguson. She was encouraging them and telling them they could be anything they put their mind to. And the principal was very thankful and sounded like she was grateful for it. So I just want to salute the Galena group and tell Ms. Musgrove Ferguson, keep up the good work. I want to hear her continue. I want to encourage her to continue to do it as much school as possible. That's the Galena group of companies. That's how you say it, Dwight?
Yes, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, Dwight. So Rick Fox is another ambassador like Sabas for the Bahamas? Who's saying they won't run?
I don't know if he's.
Is he still an ambassador?
I'm not sure. Probably. Yeah, everybody with you and me are and Duquesa, I think you're not.
No, I'm not.
We're the only 3 people.
I'm
my
not.
producer, 4 of us are ambassadors. Everybody else is. Yeah.
We'll be fine eventually. I wonder if that's
okay.
You think that's a joke? What he's saying, or he's serious?
I mean, he's just hinting that it's possible.
Or he think it's possible.
He's hinting that it might be. He might be interested.
Or for him to run, but I guess he ain't talking about him being elected. He's talking about running. Yeah, anybody could run, man. But you got to be elected. You got to hope the people want you or for you. You know, also I had one say with the gambling thing.
Well, he'd need to give up all of his other citizenships, and I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
it would be worth it.
How you can do that?
I don't know.
I tell you, this sound like a
risky
big joke, and it sounds serious. How you can do that?
Very risky.
Yeah, with the gambling thing, right? You know, I hope. I kind of should feel like Brave Davis, our Prime Minister. I don't think he really likes us Bahamian people. That's just my opinion.
Well,
you don't have to agree with me. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Why I say that, right, is that I hope, see, them asking for the 25 more years, I think if they ask him for that, ain't nothing he wouldn't do for them web shop owners, them especially Sebastian, the island luck people, Sebastian, the Fox fellow. I don't think there's nothing he wouldn't do for them. So what I want him to do for me, knowing that he's going to do it anyhow, whatsoever, it be 1 year, 2 year, whatsoever. Mr. Davis, please, this pauper, don't sign no agreement with them that if we break it, not if, Mr. Davis, when the government change, and we break the agreement that we have to pay no 50 million, 100 million, 10 million, no kind of money. That is,
I hear you.
That's what they normally do. They fix things in a way that if you break it, it costs us the Bahamian people. So if Mr. Davis really care about us, because he can do it if they want it, I believe. He'll surprise me if he say no to them, right? Especially if it's up and they need to renew. Then the next thing is that I don't understand how they can ask for that. Are you aware that when we voted no to the gambling, even us who's gamble underneath Perry Christie, all of Mr. Flowers and the rest of them, they promised to sell us shares in the company. Now they said, do you know if they ever let us buy the shares then? I can't understand them coming back, but they want 25 more years and they let us invest in the company. I'm not aware if we was able to buy shares in there. I say no to it, Dwight. No.
Okay. All right. Boy. Let's take another call, and then we want to get to your text messages. Good morning. Caller, on the air. Yeah, he's still an ambassador at large.
Oh,
one of them.
What is that?
I don't know.
At large.
Big timer? I don't know what that means. How many at-large ambassadors do we have? We have quite a few. Caller, good morning. Are you an ambassador? What say you? Are you there? Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
I think the biggest problem we have is we really need a Freedom of Information Act. That's what we really need. And I just wish every Bahamian would demand it and call for it because Minas promised it, Bray promised it, like everyone promises it, and no one actually does it. Now, in terms of the gambling thing, even with the, what they call national lottery, who was to say the money was going to go to sports and youth development or whatever? The money was still going to go in the general fund, and then the money disappear.
Not necessarily. I mean, it didn't have to. Hopefully they would have set it up so that it wouldn't have to be that case. They could easily fix the law so that it wouldn't go like that.
Okay, remember, let's go back in history now. Remember the VAT money? Remember they said when we introduced VAT, we'll be able to pay off the national debt and all this stuff in a matter of this many years and that many years, and next thing you know, the VAT money went into the consolidated fund and poof, the money then disappeared and where was it going?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. It doesn't necessarily mean that would have gone like that, though. But I do understand your concerns. I do understand.
But I'm just saying, not because they say national lottery and the money will be used for development and all that stuff like in the U.S., that doesn't mean that will happen here. Because when the government gets money coming in, the money just seems to disappear, and because there's no accountability to find out who's getting contracts, who's getting payoffs, nothing.
Mm-hmm. I hear
so that's our main problem.
And it goes back to what you were saying initially. That's why we need freedom of information. Absolutely.
Right, and one other thing, Dwight. Most of the MPs still haven't disclosed.
Well, I don't know if that's accurate, but we don't know who did and who didn't. So that's a problem. We don't know who did and who didn't.
Well, until they prove me wrong, I would say most of it. I'm not.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Okay, thanks a lot. But we don't know. We don't know. Let's take this call and we'll go to your messages. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Good morning, Duquesa.
Good morning.
Hi, Nana.
Hi, happy Tuesday.
Listen, Dwight, I mean, I really don't know. What, like you said, what kind of country this is we run in, Dwight? The things these people are doing are so obvious. Okay, he got $20 million, so he ain't need no money. Okay, he got about 2 planes, he ain't need to catch Bahamas there. Okay, he said by his own admission the other day, I have 40-something businesses. Okay, that ain't a couple hundred apartments, Venetian West, and then what he done sell. Okay, he got about everybody ran from him. Must see me, I need to check my bill, make sure I ran from him. He going from making $2 or $3 million a day, half a day or a day, to sitting up in the House of Assembly as a backbencher making only $28,000. Something ain't making no sense. So that should tell the Bahamian people, I concur with Papa, that should tell the Bahamian people, he ain't going in there to do the kind of governance, what he need to be going in there. GNN, Grammy Boy, and Nana say no.
Okay. All right. Are you saying no to the potential extension of their moratorium as well?
Well, only one question on the ballot, right? That's no.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Well, let's hope. And this call. Good morning, call. You're live on the air.
Yes, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Let me bring some civility to this conversation.
Oh, there wasn't any?
No. All right. This opinionated. I want the people to understand the $10 trillion denial of access that the Progressive Liberal Party did in the ignoring the will of the people. The global casino industry is about $1 trillion a year, at minimum $500 billion. 2 billion people per year plays in it. What the gaming people did was not anything spectacular. I know we talk about innovation.
Yeah, okay, but Seattle, does it make any sense to talk about this when there was a change of administration and they did nothing to change this?
Yeah, but this is why, because if Behemoth knows what it is today in a struggling economy that we have, then we could understand the need for us to become a gaming jurisdiction, which we were before this law did nothing more than make us a proximity gaming jurisdiction. We downgraded our jurisdiction due to passing this law. Because what happens is, and I know we promote this innovation, anyone can go to multislot.com, where these gamers did nothing more than white label an online gaming platform, while shutting out thousands of Bahamians from owning a casino because they could have done the same thing, not just for locally. The problem with this gaming was that we were locked out for individuals like me who would have access to a global gaming jurisdiction where those in the current gaming jurisdiction would have been excluded because of their behavior before it was ever legitimized within the Bahamas. Casinos are essentially global banks. And so when you look at the fact that, we're trying to diversify the economy, right? Do you know of another economy that's in the singularity of $500 billion that we already had part of and participated in before many people around the world even knew to incorporate it as part of even their tourism product? So this is why we have to begin to have context. Dwight, the tokenization, since the blockchain economy came out, it is estimated that this economy could now go to $2 trillion because what prohibits people from gaming, there's 70 countries around the world that prohibit people from gaming. What happens now is not that digital tokens and things come around. The way they prohibit them is they prevent banks from transferring money to online casinos and other different things. You could now use cryptocurrencies and tokens and whatever to fund this. And then the United States has changed the game on that also. If we're talking about what we are denying typical Bahamians by extending this for even one more year, deserves, it's unbelievable. The world is changing. The world is becoming digital. So is gaming. So is iGaming. The lottery industry alone, Dwight, that we keep denying, do you know the value of that?
I'm sure it's a whole lot. I'm sure it's a whole lot.
It's $350 billion, the lottery that we deny ourselves access to basically say that the government can have a local lottery with international reach and whatever thing of that sort. We have to start looking at the fullness of what we are allowing our leadership to do to future Bahamians who the economy, the methodology, this economy that we have where we are merchant class only exists in the minds of our leaders.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Let's get to the text messages. A whole lot on this. A lot of things. A lot of people talking about the unions as well. This person says, I thought Rick Fox was a Canadian. Is he going to renounce his Canadian citizenship? What's going on here? Well, his father is Bahamian. He grew up here. So he's Bahamian too. This person says here, is there school today? Why would there not be? Check with your school, texter, to see. But why would there not be? It's wet. The potholes have taken over. Some streets are still flooded.
Maybe the schools are flooded.
But you got to talk to your school.
Yeah, reach out.
This person says this. So Sabas could come into my business and compete with me or any other business in this country, although the market is saturated, but I cannot compete with him. That is correct. You win. I don't have any prizes to give you, any gaming number, money, anything. But you are correct, Texter, because he is in everyone.
That's right.
Industry. I don't think he sells food, but who knows?
You never know.
Who knows? But you can't get into that one. Yeah. Just know. So this person says here, this lousy administration wants to keep the JCNP accountable in their spending, but they're not accountable to us, the citizens. Has the Bermuda trip funds been paid back as yet, or what about telling us how much was spent on the 50th independence celebrations? And don't forget the $10 million that was given to the shell company from the Ministry of Housing. Well, it's just another reason why I don't waste my time voting. The game is rigged to benefit only the wealthy who contribute to these parties. I don't know if that's the right attitude to have there, but especially since sometimes the votes are decided by single digits.
It could feel that way, though. It could feel like it doesn't make sense because they're going to do whatever they want to do anyway. And truly, who's representing your voice? Is your voice really being represented?
Do they know how much you are appalled by the behavior? Do they really know? When you see them, do you tell them that, or do you ask for something else?
Do you care?
That only benefits you. Which one? Which one, right? Because I don't know if you're telling them these things. I think you're only talking about some other things. This person says here, if the government grants this so-called 25-year extension come next election, they will be gone, gone, gone. well, would you even know? I know story. This is what you call investigative reporting, where I can't do your names. This is
But
not.
why
They didn't
wasn't
issue a statement to say this.
Why wasn't it disclosed? Like, what is the intent behind it? Like, they're unwilling to share the reason why this 25-year extension is being requested. Right. What is the reason?
And no comment from the people we talked to.
Right. So what is the reason behind it? That's how can people understand a request without understanding the reasoning behind it? Is it so that only a select group of people continue to get wealthy? Is that it?
To prevent saturation. That's the only reason they have.
What saturation?
Yeah, right.
What saturation?
From anybody else.
Seriously.
Anybody else's pockets from getting so heavy. We can't have that.
Sickening.
I know it's a little off topic, oh boy, but can you give any more clarity on why the Prime Minister canceled the meeting with the unions today? I couldn't, but no. I suspect since he already said it would be Christmas, which is 2 months away, that's what we're doing. If it's Christmas, I can't do October.
Right. But
what are we having a meeting for?
I mean, what did they walk away with? Christmas last week?
That's what he told them. Oh. But that was what was said from a few weeks ago.
Right.
That those who didn't get would get by December. I don't know, though. This person says the election time is near. There is no campaign finance reform. If you want something and you have money to donate, make your request known now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Moratorium. Some concerned party must commence closing this wicked industry down ASAP because only the house never loses and the people never win. Number of houses are of no benefit to our economy. It is a lousy way for a country to raise revenue. Well, who's raising revenue?
Right.
I mean, from the taxes. What
must
revenue?
From taxes.
Because what are you talking about? Anyway,
the bulk of the money that ain't going to the country.
Not a lot. It's a great way for certain people to raise some revenue, but the country anyway. And it's a lousy way for a country to raise revenue and allow anybody to have such a powerful business on the backs of the people. Well, there's tons of industries like that raised on the backs of the people, but you're not likely locked out of them. Well, not all of them.
Right, you shouldn't be locked out of any industry.
Mm-hmm. Well,
if you have the resources and tools to enter such.
Sure.
Seriously.
People complain about all the flooding. Yes. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but even with the national lottery funds would go into a consolidated fund like the VAT money. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be. You can make the law to do something about that, right? If you just leave it the way it is, sure. But it didn't have to be like that.
I don't trust any government so far.
Well, that's
with
not helpful.
Any lottery money.
Wow.
Seriously. I mean, like, real seriously, this is my personal opinion based on the history of who comes out on top, where the money goes, who benefits. It ain't the people. So I don't trust them. None.
As Texter says, more crackhead games. A 25-year moratorium on gaming houses is more than policy request. It's a mirror reflecting our national complacency. Well, I don't know about that. We said no in the Perry Christie referendum, yet accepted yes through silence. I don't know if there was silence, but certainly they got support, and the other people were drowned out, I'm sure. That silence has cost us dearly. These decisions are undoubtedly tied to our economic stagnation, our declining standard of living, and the everyday struggle of the average Bahamian. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's wrapped only in our passive nature and selfishness. When will we demand better? Absolutely. When will we recognize that we are the employers of those in office? While they prosper, we shrink under the weight of indifference. Accountability, transparency, and justice must no longer be requests. They must become our collective demand. So true. So true. Text here says here, Fox, even though we love him, he needs to go run on the tracks. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Wasn't he a basketball player?
Yeah.
Like, was he a runner?
They mean like a
circle, like just keep going.
In the, like athletic track or like on train tracks? What do they say? I don't understand. What does run on the tracks mean?
Anyone on those tracks.
No, you don't want to run on the train tracks. Don't let him run the train tracks because he didn't live here long enough to even understand our country just why these rich people trying us? Why are they trying us? We will be challenging. What? Okay, sorry. We have enough good and bad actors and criminals in the House. What? We don't need any more. No more conglomerate, communist, competent authorities to destroy us. Oh, dear, it's getting worse. And I have to pick out some things. They're accusing people of trying to destroy us. Okay. Wow, that was a lot for so early in the morning. But they're not happy. Not happy at all. Wow. Okay, and one final text before we go to the news. This person says here, I told you last week, where's this? The only reason why Bastian wants to enter politics, if this happens, the PLP is finished, like Christie, the worst. Well, will it mean that? Okay, let's get ready to go to the news. This person says here, I'm wondering if this is Sebastian's payback for rings, name recognition, money, and influence in exchange for locking the business in. If we had
Is it just him, though? I mean, it's not just.
Well, benefit the other.
It's not just him that would benefit. There are other.
The other seven.
There are others as well. So I'm not sure it's only him one requesting this. It's probably the group of them.
The biggest and
but
the largest.
Because he's the largest.
Mm-hmm. And if we had selected the national lottery, we could have gotten rid of VAT and added income tax for those making over $60,000. No, they wouldn't have done that. They would have had all of it on us.
Yep.
Everything. But anyway, we got to go to the news. We'll pick this up on the other side. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Didn't know we started. It's all just so familiar, baby. What do you call it? Stupid, or is it slow? Maybe it's useless, but there's a cuter word for it. I know.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 4224796. And now at 8:23, it's time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. If you're looking to paint, your local Sherwin-Williams store has top-quality paints, expert advice, and everyday discounts to help you save, only at Sherwin-Williams. Here's what's going on. We've got prefrontal activity associated with a weak cold front across the northwestern Bahamas. That's going to continue to generate showers and isolated today. Drier, more stable conditions expected over the northwest Bahamas. It's going to gradually extend into the into the rest of the northwest Bahamas later this evening, resulting in fair conditions. So that frontal boundary is expected to move southeastwards across the country as a reinforcing front moves into the northern and northwest Bahamas by mid to late week, strengthening dry and stable conditions across the area into the weekend. For now, we're also dealing with rip currents, a moderate risk of rip currents along Atlantic exposed beaches. Beachgoers, swimmers, and pleasure craft operators urged to exercise caution. For today, your forecast for the extreme northern islands, partly sunny to sunny today, becoming fair tonight, with a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers this morning, decreasing to less than 10% chance by late afternoon into the evening. For the rest of the Northwest Bahamas, including New Providence and the Central Bahamas, look for partly cloudy to cloudy conditions this morning. For the Northwestern Islands, it's going to gradually improve throughout the day with mostly fair conditions. A 30 to 50% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms, especially for the Northwest Bahamas this morning, decreasing to 10 to 20% chance by tonight. The rain chances will hold up for the Central Islands throughout the day, though. Southeast Bahamas, variably cloudy today and tonight with a 10 to 20% chance of showers or isolated thunderstorms. Look for high temperatures in the mid-80s for the extreme northern islands, the upper 80s for the northwest and central islands, and around 90 for the southeast Bahamas. The heat index will still be a factor for the central and southeast Bahamas, making it feel like it's about 102 Fahrenheit or 39 Celsius. Overnight lows now getting down to between 76 and 79 Fahrenheit, ranging from about 24 to 26 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, partly sunny to sunny for the northern half of the country, variably to partly cloudy for the central and southeastern islands. Still a 20 to 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, lower chance of showers for the rest of the country. By Thursday, most areas seeing partly sunny conditions. That will hold for Friday. And by Saturday, an increase in cloud cover for the southeast and central islands, which will hold straight through to the weekend. In the tropics, got a couple of areas we're watching. Well, sort of. There's new tropical storm Lorenzo out in the Atlantic. Not going to be an issue for folks as it just meanders in the central Atlantic. No threat to us at all. That is your morning blend traffic. Weather brought to you also by Easy Car Sales. Are you ready to roll? Meet the 2026 lineup of new electric vehicles now waiting for you at Easy Car Sales. Visit easy242.com and take a test drive today. And time for a look at traffic brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your ideas happen here. Lots of flooded streets for you to contend with this morning, especially in western New Providence. Keep that in mind. And potholes, lots of potholes in many parts of New Providence, especially Joe Farrington Road. You want to avoid Joe Farrington Road if you can, as the combination of the weather and the work that was going on over the past few months, that is leading to that being a street you don't want to have to deal with at all. So keep that in mind. In your real-time traffic, we're seeing a number of hot spots this morning. Independence Drive, heavy traffic for you both directions, east and westbound right now. Between the roundabouts at Blue Hill Road and East Street. You might want to try your alternate routes if you can. Robinson Road looking much better. Soldier Road as well. Blue Hill Road is going to be busy near Carmichael. It's a long line at Carmichael, eastbound to Blue Hill Road, and Blue Hill from that area straight up to Independence Drive, seeing some heavy traffic, especially near Soldier Road. Milo Butler Highway, heavy northbound traffic as well, north of the Fire Trail roundabout, straight up to Tawny Bloom's Darling Highway. That's going to pick up for you once you get north of that area into New Providence Highway, especially north of Sports Center Road, heavy traffic to the Six-Legged roundabout. Eastbound on John F. Kennedy Drive, also slow moving there, and southbound on New Providence Highway. If you're on West Bay Street near Saunders Beach, you're going to be seeing some slow moving eastbound traffic as you approach that roundabout with New Providence Highway and exit that roundabout on the way to Arawak Key. Downtown Nassau will, if you're on West Bay Street heading into downtown, slow moving traffic near Nassau Street at this hour. Forgot to Carmichael Road westbound. Some heavy traffic there on the way to Coral Harbor Road. And Eastern Road near Fox Hill, slow-moving westbound traffic for you. Prince Charles Drive with major intersections, especially close to Beatrice Avenue. And Bernard Road near the schools in the area, slow-moving westbound traffic. Pockets along Shirley Street, especially just east of Mackey Street if you're heading westbound, of course. this morning. That's your real-time traffic and your Morning Blend traffic alert. Traffic alert also brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you're on the road or planning your next move, they've got you covered. Visit nuainsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
You said your phone was broken, just forgot to charge it. Whole outfit you're wearing, God, I hope it's ironic. Did you just say you're finished? Didn't know we started. It's all just so familiar, baby. What do you call it? Stupid, or is maybe it's useless? But there's a cuter word for it. I know. Man, child, why you always come running to me? It's my
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with DeQuesta Dean on this Tuesday morning. The short weeks often feel extremely long, DeQuesta. I don't know. We'll see if this one cooperates.
That's because you have one less day and 4 days to cram 5 days for the work.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this one does what it's supposed to. Getting your reaction to what's in the news. The big headline in the Nassau Guardian today, web shops want 25 more years on top of a 10-year moratorium. They want not to extend it to 25 years. They want 25 plus the 10.
Right.
Which is wow. And we just can't believe it. So we're getting your reaction. You can continue to call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. We are also expecting to talk with the JCMP, but if not, we're going to talk about it. There's in any event, what's happening with John New. And a preview of the Agrarian Awards coming up in business, along with the Miracle Miles event. A whole lot going on, and we've got a busy week here. All right, so let's get to these text messages, though. This person says here, because we were talking about this before, and every other industry is saturated, and the government does not step in to say there's enough.
Correct.
But this one, they're protecting very carefully. So this person's highlighting all the ones that are saturated. Construction field saturated. Rental saturated. I don't know about that one. Maybe Airbnb stuff. But home rentals, we need a whole lot more.
We need
now.
more.
But anyway, politics saturated. Real estate saturated. Definitely, do you see the number of people in the real estate industry? Do you need any more people in the real estate? My
you're
gosh.
right. You're right.
You don't sell real estate?
You're right.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't.
Does everybody... I thought it was just me.
I think I'm going to look into it, though. Miss Black has piqued my interest.
No, okay. There's a whole lot. Anyway, diplomatic corps saturated. Is that right? I don't know about that. Web shop ownership not saturated. The only one.
I mean, just look at the number of bars. Talk about oversaturation on liquor stores.
Yeah.
Please.
Some would say churches.
Yeah.
No. Dwight and DeQuesta, we have forgotten about the gaming referendum. Who's forgotten? Please play KB's gaming referendum song, Hold Their Feet to the Fire. Mr. Producer, you can find that one for us as we go to the break. Hold Their Feet to the Fire. That was a gaming referendum song. We forgot about that one, but not about the referendum, no. I live south of Marshall Road. The power went out around 6 o'clock this morning, came back on at 8, and now it's off again. PPL is not reliable when it comes to keeping the lights on. Okay, but I think everybody knows that.
Right.
And the Bahamas is hot. Yes, we all know. We all know. Okay, I hope it gets worked out, though. I really do. Don't you all know the government is paid by the number of bosses, is paid by a license fee to operate? How much are they making from them? Yeah, okay, so what? Everybody pays license fee. We all have to pay business licenses and all kinds of other things. What's your point? I don't understand. Let's go to the calls. Good morning, caller, you're on the air. Are you there? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well.
Yeah, man. See, Alan Johnson, I'm glad you shut him down, really, because his party didn't do nothing when they were in power to change this gaming thing. And the same way Peter Thurgwith and Diagla did for their airline company and washouts, Sabas can do for the numbers. You understand? And the video gaming people should show him, but we wasn't for you all in the beginning, and we ain't for you.
Okay. Oh, boy. Thanks. I don't know what happened there, but thank you very much. Appreciate it. Another call. Good morning. Caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, DeQuesta.
Hi. Good morning.
It's a very interesting morning this morning. Raining, but very interesting, the conversations. Just something very short here. My understanding, based upon what you said just now, Dwight, is that they already have 10 years and they're trying to add another 25 years on top of what they have now.
That is correct.
Let me tell you something. The Bahamian people are tired of these monopolies because that's exactly what it is. And especially 25 years. What is so significant about 25-year monopolies? I could understand you perhaps asking for 5 or 10 years, but 25 years? Right now, we have so many examples in front of us that we could look at. Look at the port deal, where there's a moratorium for no one to build another port within a certain distance from the current port. Isn't that the same example that we've been talking about for quite some time? You know, it's just ridiculous. The Bahamian people, on average, right now, as it pertains to nation building, we cannot even afford to hardly survive in this country, but the certain few continues to receive a lion's share, even though they may have introduced this thing here, but it does not mean that they should monopolize it and keep it to themselves, whereas the rest of us are only patrons. Well, at least I don't gamble, but the rest of us are patrons, and we are not truly benefiting anything from the country from our monies. I mean, when are we going to really think out of the box and begin to grow our Bahamian families financially by being very prudent in assisting us in other means in building wealth? You know, to me, sometimes it's just mind-boggling the way how we think about our people. We are not concerned about building and teaching financial wealth. How do we get ourselves to a point where we can begin to grow this country in prosperity, grow our families with comfort, but yet all we do is take our monies and spend our monies on a bunch of foolishness? It's ludicrous.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
You know, I'll just continue to listen.
All right. Thank you. Well, again, it's a request. We don't know if the government is minded to abide by this, but, you know, with certain people saying they want to run, they might not want to offend them. I don't know. You laugh at you think.
This is investigative reporting, right? If that didn't come out, how would we know this was going on? So this is not transparency. This is not, no. This is probably almost a done deal.
Oh, God.
Yes.
This texter says here, no to Sebastian and the extension. No. Wow. Okay. This is back to Rick Fox. Rick Fox's role as ambassador at large for sports. He's involved in representing the Bahamas and advancing its interests in the fields of sports and related sectors and the Bahamas Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How's he doing?
Right. I mean, when we looked at the definition of at large, it means that he's not assigned to any one set place.
So
he's everywhere, right?
That doesn't mean that?
No.
An ambassador who is tall?
No, it means that it's not one set place. And you know, he has different places that he can be. Nice. So he can represent in all of those other places.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Well, good morning, Dwight, and to everybody in studio and to the nation. You know, Dwight.
Graham, are you an ambassador? Everybody else is an ambassador. Are you one?
No. Maybe I should be a reverend. I don't know. But listen, I am so proud of you this morning. I'm proud. You actually told the caller that his party looking to get back in, but didn't do it. And we've had 52 years and multiple mandates. And so this is what they want us to have. Potholes hidden in water. But let me give you one blatant example of how I can't wait for the new beach to open up on Paradise Island by the cruise ship. You think the tourists are going to come to my Junkanoo Beach or go to that beach? Whoop! What just happened to all my activities? See, we don't even understand the fallout from that. But you remember going downtown and the airport and seeing duty-free shopping for the tourists? You ever seen that sign?
Oh, yes.
Where's the duty-free shopping for my people? How do you give someone else something you don't give us? I can't gamble in the casino. I couldn't have a U.S. dollar bank account. You know the level of discrimination here?
It's crazy.
You need to start, you two in the studio need to start the chapter of Black Lives Matter in the Bahamas. Because we are doing to our people, listen, if you go to the Middle East, right? Anywhere in the UAE, Qatar, the Crown Prince puts his people first. You come into my country, you come in to work with my people. You're not coming to a big hotel here and you own it and my people enslaved as the cheap labor. So we are wicked. We legend. A tourist can come here and buy a Rolex or watch or whatever, perfume, duty-free. And you go in that store and try to buy it. You got to pay the VAT, the duty, whatever else, right? Yeah. That's discrimination, and they've both done it. And so I will vote for anything other than that level of discrimination, 52 years. But, yeah, giving away assets in the country, and we've done it in the past, so don't pick on the web shop. We've done it in the past with other people, as who just called before me and said the port. You realize nobody can build a port within, 21 miles of that port for X amount of years? I mean, we saw the model in Freeport, hey? 99 years. How's it working out for the organic indigenous Bahamian? Yeah. And now we're duplicating it all over the place because it doesn't matter. See, we got to get over this black and white. It's rich and poor. And the rich people of all colors are locking it down so the poor people of all colors, grandchildren, will have what? And now we see bringing in labor, ease of bringing in labor. Did you see the thing with, I believe it was the Philippines in The Guardian the other day? So that was the European Partnership Agreement, the African Pacific Agreement, the CSME, all rolled into one coming into fruition. And we're not watching it because they have us in survival mode. And I know my time's limited. So one day we'll have a nice fireside chat in studio.
Thanks a
have
lot.
A good one.
All right. This person says, anyways, not the radio station. Oh, you wouldn't want to know how much is given away by the radio stations. How many people get free airtime to
And
promote
really,
their
how much
events?
does the
So
number
come
boys
on
give
now.
back? Come
You
on.
don't-
How much?
Is it percentage-wise?
How much?
You should ask that question. You're watching the wrong thing. This must be sent from one of them. But anyway,
How much?
we'll just let this song speak. We'll be back. Stay with us.
No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you keep acting this way, you're gonna lose my love. I ain't got no time to play, better hurry up. Cause every time I come around and cruise around your way, I see you on the corner, but you don't know what to say. When you walk up to you, baby, you seem so shy. Never had a girl like I can see right through you, and you know you wanna be mine. So get your act together, cause you run out of time. No, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? No further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Here's the show-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
We're the only full art store in the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor and paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. We also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. Gift sets, hobby craft,
Oil, shrimp,
clays.
stew, shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Print Masters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver anything from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Saxon and the Valley, Rush music makers one family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush music makers one family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush music makers one family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush music makers one family. They're coming!
Oh, been knocking down out of my town. On to Bay Street with the jumping new plan. Saxon at the rhythm, licking them goatskin drum. The Valley boys on the brass, hitting the rough bum bum. I'm a bohemian, I'm proud to be one. Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family. 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 If you understand what the when jumping who coming, try and stand in their way. We don't need no policeman, take you out of the road. Jumping who however force.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with the Dean. All right, we're going to Junker, but I had this text again. This is the text before the break. How many companies give back like the numbers, boys? Not the radio stations, not the insurance companies, water, etc. I'm for the 25 years. And I had to be not supposed to text people back, but I had to text back. So thanks, Sebas, for the text. Who else could it have been? I don't know. Why?
It only could be someone that it benefits. Like, why
Good
would
Lord.
you be for it? Like, how does it benefit you? How does it benefit you?
I mean, a lot of people are employed in the industry, but still.
But I mean, a moratorium doesn't need to exist for you to be employed.
Right.
Look how many people are employed in all of the other places that are truly saturated.
Yeah.
Doesn't impact their employment.
Very odd.
So,
Anyway, lots of wild things happening for Junkanoo, and as we are only 2 months away from the Boxing Day parade, and wow, so no private parade is going to be allowed. If the JCMP thought they could have done that, and I'm not surprised because we do not have the resources to have an additional parade at the same time. Yeah. Couldn't possibly happen. That's crazy stuff. And now the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mario Boleg, is calling for an audit of the JCNP. Did you hear this on Friday? Take a listen to this report from our Vonique Toot.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Boleg says he will be calling for an audit of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, stating that the government has an obligation to do business with organizations that are fully compliant. Boleg claims the JCMP has been operating without a valid business license for over a year, an allegation the organization strongly denies.
I have been investigating their so-called claim as relates to those figures. I found some interesting things, and investigation is continuing on. What I will say is I will be calling for an audit of the JCNP. Presently, the government has an obligation to do business with people who are in compliance. At this present moment, the JCMP doesn't even have an updated business license as a corporation. And that ain't for 1 year or 2 years. That's for a couple years. I will leave that right there. And so there's no need for me to further have any discussion And I don't want the public to see against the JCMP.
Bolek stressed that officials have nothing personal against the JCMP, but he suggested the findings of the audit may surprise the public.
We are here today because the groups have decided that they wanted new change and new management. As of the 27th of September, a polling was done, not an illegal polling, but a legal polling done by the groups themselves who voted. We have a list of those persons who voted and who represent those groups. Yes, only 2 groups were not present for that polling, which was One Family and Roots, who were advised. They claimed they were notified late. But if you were to look at the maths, if it was 19-2, and even if those 2 came and voted for the JCMP, what would it have been, 19-4? I don't think that would have made much difference on the decision made by the groups. The government would have never been in here to ask the NJC to manage this parade had the groups decided they wanted the JCMP to manage the parade. But I do believe that when the investigation and audit is completed, I think the public will be very surprised of what may come out of that.
Today's press conference comes days after Bolek announced that the National Junkanoo Committee will now be responsible for managing Junkanoo parades. The move follows a recent dispute with the JCMP, which has organized parades on New Providence for the past 2 decades. He has claimed that the government's decision could result in nearly $1 million in losses and damages. When asked about the possibility of a separate privately organized parade, Bolek clarified that while groups have freedom of participation, all are expected to compete in the official national parades.
They are free to have their own private parade. They will not have any parade approved by this minister that will compete with any national parade on that same date that it's been held in New Providence or anywhere in the Family Islands.
Bolek says the JCMP allowed the ball to drop and now needs to regain the confidence of the various groups. Douglas Hanna and Calvin Green will oversee the management of the upcoming Junkanoo parades, which will take a festival approach.
We, as a parade management team, our main goal is to ensure safe, well-organized, and successful parades for all participants and spectators. This will involve meticulous planning, effective coordination, and clear communication with all stakeholders.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonik Tood.
Okay, let's get your reaction to it. We were expecting to have JCMP representatives with us. Chair Dion Miller was supposed to be with us. No sign of them as yet. But action to it. This is it over? Is this the nail in the coffin for the JCMP? Can they come back from this? Is there no other way around this? Is that it?
Can I be educated in this regard, please?
As you're seeking education?
Yeah, I'm seeking education.
I don't think you'll get it.
Because
I can't explain it.
Right. How do we get here? Like, what were the? Listen, this is okay.
I have an answer. It might not be the right answer, but I have answers.
So I want to know, how do we get here? And then I also want to know, like, for me, this seems a little bit like deja vu, because if I remember earlier, there was all this drama with Junkanoo groups not being able to participate because they didn't have licenses, and now there's a lot.
Only 1 or 2,
right? But it's like the JCNP was like policing that, and now we have this doing this, and this is like a lot.
They were policing, and now they're getting policed.
Right, but I mean, this is Junkanoo. This is like. You know, it's like it's no longer fun. No, it's like it's like
it hasn't been that.
But
I
was asking you, is Junkanoo like big business? Yeah. Like someone I watch
Absolutely.
it. You know,
there's sponsors.
Yeah,
like
all
kinds of people. Where
does the money go? Like, how does it? How do like? Yeah, it's a lot.
You can handle the answer to that question.
I want to know. There are people in the Bahamian public that want to know the answers to these questions, because we're not intricately.
If you want to know, you got to get in. The producer's not in. Otherwise, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
We're just observers. Okay, let's get your reaction, though. Caller, what say you on this? You're live.
Cousin Dwight.
Hey.
And I just love Nana this morning. I love her this morning. You hear me? Nana.
Hey.
I like that question.
I want to know.
JCNP, where the VAT money gone? Where the Junkanoo VAT money gone? You see, Dwight, Let me tell you something. See, when somebody always doing something wrong, fraudulent people, they point finger at Dwight or they point finger at Nana or GNN. It ain't me. It's them. You understand? This thing started off on even footing with the Valley Boys petitioning the JCNP with all the correct paperwork, you know. But somewhere along the line, something going through one side corner, and we seem to can't get our way out. Trevor Davis did nothing wrong. He did everything right. And when they pushed Trevor Davis aside, they turned around and said, no matter what the court say, no matter what do, we go ahead with Brian Adley. And that's where it gone wrong. They took sides. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. And now, he ain't Trevor no more, you know. You all forget Trevor's name, right? Then it was between the JCNP. People didn't forget Trevor. But those boys, it's a good question what she asking. Let me ask the JCNP. You say you can lose millions of dollars stuff. Where that money going? What happened to that money? You tell me I had no license in the way forward for years and this one name ain't right. And you ain't had no license for a couple of years. Nana, keep asking the questions here. Thanks for taking GNN calls.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Huh?
No.
Caller, you're on the air. Are you there?
Hey, gracious, you're Dwight, and you guess how you doing?
Doing well.
I have a quick question for you, right? How we get to this point with John Canoe? From the Valley Boys and their BS to everyone entangled in this BS. How we get this far into this point?
That's the same
Well, that's what the question is asking.
Because to me, it's crazy that they ain't making no form of sense.
Well, according to the government,
one nasty soap opera where they ain't making no form of sense.
The government says
ain't no end game.
Well, no, the government is suggesting that if you don't look for the soap opera, you won't see it. But otherwise, it'll be business as usual. It'll just be the NJC managing this parade come December. And that's it. So if you're looking for the drama, you'll find it.
Individual, right? You don't think that they could handle the situation undercovers or live differently than it becoming this big? The GNC or whatever they name.
It's not the GNC.
No, right.
That's not how we do things in the Bahamas. Everything comes out and people are protesting and making noise and press conferences and press releases and all these things. That's how things go.
Yeah, but all this could have been avoided.
Well,
I saw it start off with one simple stupidness. Now it's becoming a big debacle that the whole nation talking about. This ain't making no sense. It's crazy.
Well,
I mean, it's a lot.
Again, some people are quite happy with the way things are turning out, including a lot in Junkanoo, apparently. So it might just be the public that is confused.
No, but the public's
we confused. On the other flip of that, you should have seen this coming because there was an announcement of a national Junkanoo, whatever, from the government. You had to know that both entities couldn't coexist. Like, you had to see that eventually this would come to.
Well, that's what
the writing was on the wall from you came out with this.
Although the government denied it.
Of course
said,
they
no, we wouldn't. They're going to work along with them.
Right, but why would you have two?
JCNP saw
right.
it coming. Yeah.
You had to see it coming.
So they were right, and now they are kicked to the side. Boy. Caller, what say you on all of this? Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Doing well.
How could the JCNPs and regulation when they were actually licensed for several years?
If that's factual, yes.
Right.
If it's factual, then that's the important question.
And another thing, what happens to the ticket monies when it's collected? Isn't the JCNP responsible for that money also? So I don't blame the minister for having an audit done with the JCNP in the last several years because they weren't actually licensed, but they put down rules and regulation on everybody else. That is totally wrong. Have a nice day, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
The phone lines are all lit up. Let's take some more. Caller, good morning. Are you there? You're live on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Wait, Dwight, you know, I'm glad I retired. In the history of Junkanoo, I haven't been to Junkanoo last year. First time in my lifetime. You see, what they can do, they can destroy Junkanoo. They got everything else in this country destroyed. Dwight, nobody spend more money than me in Junkanoo. I had to take care of many, many people. Never brag, never get no photographs, nothing, you know. Send people back to school, let people get to college and stuff. I know what I did for this country. I love this country. Travel representing this country. You see, but Mario told me, no, but we need order that the Ministry of Youth was and Culture for all the money is going missing too. You see, behaving people, man, that's stand, man. That's the only thing keeping this country together, right? Not the question council, not the politicians, not the police, none of these people, right? When I had my gang, who was this gang back in the 70s? These people like myself. But the guy, these people, I scared them, I walk into the bad boys to looking for me all as one. We trouble, when we represent this country, but you all can't no dope on the free and it's foolishness. Because we walk into the Bahamas. And these politicians won't give the job to the coonies and they want to joke too, never contributed. Why many times I ask my sponsor to help me in my shop, and people say, oh, I got a budget. But now everybody got all the answer. Why I sponsor my own software basketball team in. And you'll be surprised, some of these companies I write letters to get sponsor. To bring people from Maine, they hate us behemoths. But y'all join us, I ain't sorry for y'all. Y'all do pass us. By the way.
Okay.
We heard
oh
the
boy.
passion there.
Let's take a few more calls. We're running out of time. Good morning, caller. You're live on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Degressa.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
You know, Dwight, I said a little over a week ago that this Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture really, Dwight, he really needs to go and find something constructive to do. I mean, he don't have no widespread support from the general public at large. He have a few political operatives who are pushing this narrative to eliminate the Junkanoo Corporation. Now, where did this minister get their
Are you
authority?
sure? I mean, does the public really
Dwight,
care?
I
They
know
just
the
want
faces.
Junkanoo to happen.
Right.
Dwight, I know the faces.
I mean, it sounds like they have the majority support of the Junkanoo community. Isn't that the most important thing?
Which is true. But Dwight, he has pushing him. The same faction who is for the way forward. They are all political operatives. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you nothing. And they are pushing this narrative. Please bear in mind that the Junkanoo Corporation, they decided to lean on the side of world-famous Valley Boys, and it cost them dearly. They came with this proposed legislation. That didn't work. He then decided that he wasn't giving them any seed money. That didn't work. Now, where is he going now? This minister don't have no authority. What if I want to do a private rush out in my backyard or around the corner? He is saying that he has full control and he could stop that too.
Oh, you could do that. I mean, in your backyard, you won't have bleachers and need security.
Yeah, this minister don't have no authority to
No. But you wouldn't be able to get, if you wanted to have as people were suggesting, a parade down Gladstone Road and put up bleachers, you wouldn't be allowed to do
look
that.
at where he going now. We don't have a freedom of information. He now going now talking about auditing. You think the minister really want to go there? You really believe he want to go there, Dwight? We can't even get public disclosure. We can't get nothing from these 5-year celebrities. But now he is dragging this government down a dark pit that they will not be able. Prime Minister needs to step in and remove this arrogance. Relieve him from his duty because he is pushing this narrative that I don't know where he's going. He's all over the place. If he wouldn't go and find nothing constructive to do.
Wow. Okay. Fine. Heard you there. Thank you very much. Wow. Although, remember, it was the same minister who was laughing when there was a request for an audit for the sporting event.
Yes. But now he wants an audit. It's crazy. And none of the audits will happen.
Audit don't.
Right. They will happen. It's just words.
I like it now. I don't like it then. There wasn't audit season, but now it is. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Dwight in the quest, sir. Junkanoo has become conch salad, and this government has us for conchs. Follow the money. Just like the gaming, just like the moorings deal, this deal also. Just think about this. Either there was an idiot speaking, or they have us for idiots. It says, for 4 years, we've been giving money to an unlicensed people, and I did not know, and now I just came to realize it. So so I need to find out and audit what I've done wrong. So it's just smoke and mirrors. Dwight, follow the money. The world is this under the Tangerine Sun, and the creative and cultural industry, $4.3 trillion. Under their separate cultural section, they're $4.2 trillion. Under their separate creative industry section, they got $2 trillion. Under their new formation of their Global Solutions Initiative, hasn't even been projected yet. On the jobs in the orange economy alone, $2.25 trillion to GDP contribution. The world is changing, so if you are not paying attention to governance around the world, you won't see where these so-called new economic models are shifting, and individuals are beginning to position themselves using political position to position themselves to own and control it to the exclusion of behemoths.
Wow. Okay.
Because we keep talking about jobs. When these guys have seen what is coming down the line, they go to these are the travel about international people, so they're listening. And then instead of they saying, how could we build this into the Bahamas? They come back home saying, how could I own this?
My goodness. All right. Thanks a lot. Let's read these messages as we go to the break. This text says, based on what took place last night at the rush the JCNP had, clearly they have the support of Junkanoo and fans.
Wow.
All right, well, apparently there was
allegedly
something up
split.
until
It's
3
mixed.
o'clock this morning. Yeah.
Wow.
But, well, we will see. This person says here, follow the money. Greed from world-famous Valley Boys, Roots, and Saxons, and one family put on a stellar performance last night at the stadium. It was very, very, very well attended. JCMP has the fan favorite groups behind them and fan base behind them. It seems so. The minister handled this whole situation badly. Now the line has been drawn. The JCMP looks like it has the people on its side.
This is a lot.
Well, I mean, we won't know for sure until December 26th, right? We'll see, because the people will probably go to any Junkanoo event.
Right,
and you could have it
right,
consecutive nights. So I don't know if we can say that for sure, but we will see. It'll be interesting.
This is a lot.
This one says JCMP needs to show receipts and invoices to prevent from legally being liable for malfeasance and inappropriation or expropriation allegations. Okay. Yeah, I agree with the audit. We need to account for every penny of tax funds. We need to get away from the apparent corruption.
Everywhere, though.
Everywhere. And this final text, the majority support of the Junkanoo community. Can majority exclude the Saxons, one family, and half of the Valley Boys? We'll see. We'll see what goes on. We got to go to the news. We'll be back. A whole lot more to talk about in business, including the Agrarian Awards and the Miracle Miles event. This is Morning Blend on a very busy Tuesday morning here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Be proud to be music makers on Valley. Saxon and the Valley. 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 Music makers on Valley.
In uncertain times, resilience is everything. That's why CFAL is inviting you to the Financial Services Event of the Year, the 2025 CFAL Pension and Economic Conference. It all happens Thursday, October 16th at 8 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar Convention Center. Under the theme Resilience in the Face of Global Uncertainty, this half-day conference is your chance to gain powerful insights on navigating today's shifting global economy. This is the premier networking and knowledge-sharing event of the year, and you cannot afford to miss it. So secure your spot today at www.cfal.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with DeQuesta Dean, and we are just, this is right, 4 days away from the Agrarian Awards for 2025. Here to tell us all about it, what we can expect on Saturday. We're very pleased to welcome back from the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Kendia Smith, and from ADO, the Agricultural Development Organization, Philip Smith. Great to have you back with us. Good morning.
Good morning. As promised, we're back.
Hey. So everything is set and ready to go, right?
Yes, it's set and ready to go. So we are sold out. I'm very pleased with that.
Look at that.
We've even had to add tables, but it's a completely wonderful show. It's going to be at Atlantis Imperial Ballroom, October 18th at 7 p.m. under the patronage of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Philip Brave Davis. So we announced, well, let's backtrack about. We announced on July 31st that we were launching this year's Agrarian Awards, honoring farmers throughout our nation.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make it clear that it was throughout the nation, so anyone could have nominated themselves or they could have had someone nominate for them. And we closed that at, I believe, September 1st. And we got a lot of farmers throughout the country, but we got to go through that. The Department of Agriculture did its checks and allow me to announce our finalists.
Hey.
So for Male Farmer of the Year, we have Elton McKinney of Crooked Island, Great Hope Farm. We have Floyd Newton of Andros. We have Cannell Gator from Andros. We have Mr. Ty Gideon from Abaco. For Female Farmer of the Year, we have Marsha Shavara Roca of New Providence and Andros. Pamela Forbes of New Providence, Brenda Gideon of Abaco Gideon's Farm. Then for School Farm of the Year, we have Ellen Coakley High School of Adzuma, T.A. Thompson High School of New Providence, Preston H. Aubrey High School Farm of Eleuthera, Stapleton School Farm of New Providence. For the Prime Minister's Youth Farmer of the Year, we have Sion Newbold, Danielle Sawyer, David Antonio Dean, New Providence, Diavante Roll of New Providence. For Commercial Farm of the Year, we have Barefoot Creek Ranch, Abaco Neem Farm, Heldor Russell of Eleuthera. Then we have Agri Processor of the Year, which is Melita Carey of New Providence, Carlin Bethel of Andros and New Providence, Martha Hannah Smith of New Providence, Donaldo Harris of New Providence. Then we had our People's Choice Backyard Farm of the Year, which I explained was our social media bit where you post the farm and the people make the choice. So for our finalists, we had Udell Roberts, Chosen Darville, Kiraj Mackenzie Sr., and Metellus Chipman. Wow. So let me not forget that we are honoring two farming agriculture giants, and that would be Mr. Pericles Melis, who is winning the Lifetime Achievement Award, and Mr. Foster Bow, who is 93 years old, and he is the Emerald Pioneer of the Year. So that night is going to be spectacular. Das Quay is our host. I expect him to be very comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of comedy coming
a lot
out that
of
night.
entertainment.
Yes,
Wow.
a lot of entertainment. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force is providing the music, and we have a special performance by D Mac at the end of the night. Lots of gifts, lots of surprises, lots of door prizes. You have about 12 to give out that night, I think.
This is the place to be.
And our finalists and our winners get more than $50,000 in cash and prizes.
Well, congratulations to them all.
So it's an honor just to be nominated, of
Yes.
course. But
Yes.
but how will the winners be determined? Who has determined the winners?
Well, we had a blue ribbon panel to determine that. Again, I don't want nobody to come after me. It is a secret blue ribbon panel. I do not know what their answers are until they are done, but they do the deliberations after the Department of Agriculture makes their check. So it's a very rigorous process, but it's really important to note that they got videos from some of the nominees, and they were able to make their choice.
Wow.
So there are quite a number of categories, which is wonderful to hear. It gives multiple opportunities for people to be awarded.
Yes.
What can you tell us, like, what are some of the things that they would need to do to qualify? I mean, yes, you have to be a farmer, but to advance to, like, your finalist stage, what are some of the things that your committee would look for?
Well, the first thing was that they had to be a registered farmer, have to prove that they've been farming consistently over the years. But the Department of Agriculture knew exactly what they really wanted from the nominees. And one of the things we didn't want someone who won the last time to apply again because you would continuously probably win.
What if you were nominated last time, but you didn't win?
But you didn't win. You could
you could have come back
again.
again.
Okay.
You definitely. But if you are a winner and you receive
Yeah.
$10,000,
Right.
not this time. Maybe next time. Maybe next time you can come back again, but not
Did you
this
have
time.
nominees from last time?
Yes,
This time? Okay.
yes, yeah.
Right.
Shivara Roka is one of them
Ah.
who was like a first runner-up, and she nominated again. I think a few of them in the Prime Minister's Youth Award also was nominated again once they weren't successful last time. And you remember that Vantoy Bethune, unfortunately, his life was cut down, and he was our Youth Farmer of the Year. He was here with us the last
just
time.
a few weeks before.
And farming ain't easy.
Yeah.
Farming
Certainly
is
not.
not easy, especially when you have white flies. So kudos to all of them in this commitment to farming.
Yes, and we have to thank our sponsors. So our top sponsor is Royal Caribbean. Then we have RBC, we have the Tourism Development Corporation, we have Commonwealth Bank, National Plumbing, the Nassau Airport Development, SuperValue, BAIC, Caribbean Bottling, BAFSA, the IDB, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Wilson. Wilson. Yes. BP. Yes, and BPL. So they are our generous sponsors, Commonwealth Bank as well. So there are a lot of generous sponsors behind this. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources simply could not do it on our own, and that is why we partner with the Agriculture Development Organization to do this award show.
So what is the Agricultural Development Organization? You're right. You just got to put them together, right? What is that?
Okay, so it's something I started. It's 3 years ago. So I started the Bahamas Feeding Network about 14 years ago, and so we've been feeding food insecure persons for the last 14 years, and so I thought, let's do something more sustainable where persons can help themselves. So came up with this idea of Agricultural Development Organization. And so what we are doing, we are supporting community farms. In fact, we've done 6 community farms already. We want to put one in every constituency, including a farmers market. And then we have assisted 32 schools already. We would like to have a farm in every school. And then we have done thousands of backyard farming kits, over 4,000. We want to have at least 20,000 successful backyard farming kits. And so this was a wonderful opportunity to partner with the government, the Ministry of Agriculture, in this event. This is, like she said, our second time. We plan to do it every 2 years. So, to incentivize farmers, to recognize them. Most farmers are over the age of 60, so we thought this would have been a great way to get more persons excited about farming.
Are you seeing it change? Are you seeing the number of young people increase?
Let me answer that. So we have announced earlier this year that agriculture has grown by more than 26%, the first time that it has done so in 3 decades.
Wow.
We just launched the Agriculture Cadets. That is a partnership, the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Marine Resources, along with the Ministry of Education. So we are definitely seeing, that's why you see so many schools on the list.
So when you say that it's grown 26%, that's the number of farmers or farms?
Yes,
or what are you looking
that's
at?
the whole industry.
Everything. Okay.
That is the entire industry. So we are seeing a trend upwards.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's magnificent. So we are trying to get more and more youth in it, but so far we've launched the Agriculture Cadets in about 4 schools, and I think over 160 students are already signed up to start that, and that is supposed to go through all the schools throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So we are seeing a growth in that, and we've been trying to push the message that agriculture has changed. It's not usually, people think you got to go outside, hot cutlass or machete.
There's a lot of technology now.
There's a lot of technology now, drones, and we've been trying to train persons within the ministry so that they can share that knowledge as well. So there's a lot that you can do with farming with a little bit of research, and we are definitely getting through to our young people that, hey, this could be a very lucrative career if taken seriously. Because think about it, we all have to eat. There's not one person on the planet that does not have to eat. And so we have more than 400 persons in our populations, and we have millions of visitors that need to eat. So there's no way that it can't be lucrative once it's being taken seriously.
Over $1 billion of food is imported annually. So the market is there without a doubt. We just have to organize.
What resources are provided? I know you have the kits, like you give out kits for backyards, but what are some of the resources that your organization provides to like the community farming? Like, what do you do to help them start those things?
Yeah, we normally would give them everything they need. Seedlings, everything. Going one right now in Jomo Campbell's constituency. It's sponsored by Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, so we are putting up greenhouses. Fortunately, the property was already enclosed, and it's very safe. And so right now we are putting in raised beds. We're going to put in fruit trees. We're putting in just everything you can imagine, And then what we do, we have an extension officer. We have a community engagement officer. That person goes into the community and bring together the volunteers and then organize the distribution of the goods. We have 2 to 3 farm helps in each community farm. That's paid, of course. And then, so we do not rely entirely on volunteers, just to ensure the success of the farm.
So this is all a lot of excitement. I'm sure people are hearing, wait, it can't be sold out. I want to go. Is it really too late? There's nothing you can do?
I have. We had to add about 15 more tables.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so...
congratulations.
Yes, but if you don't want to miss it, it's still live stream on our Facebook page. And then it will also rebroadcast on ZNS after it is done. But to get into the action, you have to go to our Facebook page if you weren't able to get tickets. Tickets went really quickly this
with
time.
All those nominees, I guess all their supporters and families want to be a part of that.
Yes. So you won't be able to have the 5-course meal.
But you can watch it free.
But you can watch with the excitement.
You can watch it.
Let's see if we can get these calls in really quickly. We're talking about the Agrarian Awards this Saturday. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. You're talking about farming and Agrarian Awards, right, caller? Yeah? Okay. Kai, are you there? No, I guess they aren't talking about that. Okay, so Saturday, it's a black tie event. Any advice that you give to the nominees? What would you say to them?
Well, just come dressed as best as you can. It is a glitzy night. It is a glamorous night. This is not the night for overalls and boots. So we'd like to see them. They don't get to sit back and relax and do that. So
the good thing is everyone will get a prize or cash prize. The nominees, everyone. So the winner wins from $5,000 to $10,000. So all of the first prize winners will get between $5,000 and $10,000, and then all of the nominees will also.
Everybody gets something.
Everybody gets.
Yeah, we're that's what we're leaning towards.
Yeah,
definitely. So let me go over the list of the sponsors again.
Yeah.
So that would be Royal Caribbean, RBC, IDB. The Tourism Development Corporation, Alive, Super Value, National Plumbing, Ron Atkinson, the Bahamas Development Bank, Bahamas Air, the Nassau Airport Development Company, William Wilson, Caribbean Balling, Commonwealth Bank, BPL, BAFSA, which is the Bahamas Agriculture Health Food Safety Authority, Walpool, which is an American company, but they do provide feed. And BAMSI and BAIC.
Let me tell you all a little joke about Candia, right? So I was responsible for raising the funds, right? And let me tell you, man, she would call me and, I know her the question that's coming from her. How's it going?
Right.
How is that money coming?
You gotta know.
But that's what I tell you about leadership like that. You cannot get it. With her, you must get the job done.
That's it. Accountability.
You must get
Future
the
Prime
job.
Minister over there.
Right.
No, I can't do
Yeah, she does an amazing job, though. We have a wonderful committee, but We have a stellar.
And I want to thank our committee because without them, while he loves to tell me a great job I'm doing, I couldn't do it without the committee. I cannot do it without their support. There's someone delegated for each aspect of this. Okay, for instance, Miss Beverly Smith, she has been working tirelessly to ensure that we sold out, and she has done a magnificent job. She was calling me even over the weekend and saying, "Hey, I have this, I have that." Like so. You know, there are people who are really, really dedicated. My team, my public relations team, they've been flying all over the islands because we have a documentary to show that night about Bahamian farming. And they've been going around and interviewing and making sure that we touch as many islands as we can. Now, we may not touch as much as we can to put in a 10-minute documentary calling it Planting with Heart and Soil, which is the theme of this event because this event really proves that you have to have a passion for agriculture in order to succeed. And so I believe the farmers have the seeds to succeed in this country, and they are in the best position to bring down our exorbitant import bill.
I told you before, I love that theme, Planting with Heart and Soil. That's really cool. So where can we see the list of the nominees? Is there a place we can see
Yes, right on our Facebook page. We've even featured some of them on our Good to Grow show, and that all the episodes are usually placed right there. So you can take a sneak peek at some of the nominees that we have. You know, if you know these farmers, make sure that you tune in. If you're not able to come to the wonderful event that we're going to have, I did not expect. That's the thing about it. It went like firecrackers. I mean,
documentary publicly after this event, so more Bahamians get to see.
It'll probably be available on our page. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have it available on our page because you don't want to put things out too much. We want to put it on our page so people can visit the page and see. So you can watch the Agrarian Awards. Once it goes live, it'll be available there. And like I said, we will have it rebroadcasted on ZNS. And so, I mean, if ZNS really wants the documentary, I can ask them if they want to play it. We will definitely give it to them.
It'd be great
no
to
problem.
see.
And like we did last time, we hope we can have some of the winners on at some point.
Yes. I'll return with a few.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Hey, I know you work hard for this, both of you. Thank you so much for what you've done. I hope we get some rest afterwards. But thank you, and we're looking forward to the Agrarian Awards this Saturday at Atlantis. Thank you both.
Thank you for having us.
Smith,
all the
Philip Smith.
Finalists.
Thank you. Congratulations to everybody. And good luck. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. More Morning Blend business on this Tuesday morning right here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Now where he was, I asked him, say, oh boy, is that all? No, I'll be back for seconds. These plates are far too small, and he had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice, and black-eyed peas. He had Kong salad too, potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few.
Hi, I'm Shivago Lang, host of Z Live, and we're changing things up a bit. Starting October 14th, our daily talk show will move from 2 p.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday. We will continue our in-depth looks at national issues, thoughtful analysis of current affairs, insightful coverage of international developments with a reasoned, intelligent, and solutions-focused approach. So tune in weekdays at 12 p.m. for Z Live, where we navigate complexities with poise and purpose, and keep you informed and engaged.
In uncertain times, resilience is everything. That's why CFAL is inviting you to the financial services event of the year, the 2025 CFAL Pension and Economic Conference, 16th at 8 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar Convention Center. Under the theme Resilience in the Face of Global Uncertainty, this half-day conference is your chance to gain powerful insights on navigating today's shifting global economy. This is the premier networking and knowledge sharing event of the year, and you cannot afford to miss it. So secure your spot today at www.cfal.com.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
It's the glitziest night in agriculture, where roots run deep and the spotlight shines bright. The Agrarian Awards 2025 takes center stage on Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Grand Ballroom, and you need to be there. Presented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Organization. Get your tickets now at adobahamas.org or call 397-7400 for more information. The Agrarian Awards 2025, planting with heart and
The
soul.
Paint Depot for interior and exterior paint, material and supplies, automotive, marine and industrial, Rust-Oleum, color wheel, joint compounds, sealers, and much more. We are your distributor for automotive art colors. We have pressure washers, ladder rentals, and accessories. Select any color and we'll mix it and deliver it to you. Family Island orders are welcome with bank transfers. Get your free quote today. Free delivery to the mailboats, homes, and businesses, too. The Paint Depot, number 151 Mount Royal Avenue. Open Monday to Saturday, 7:30 to 5. The Paint Depot. We supply all your painting needs.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies, make home repairs, purchase a generator, and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
In uncertain times, resilience is Fellas inviting you to the financial services event of the year, the 2025 CFAL Pension and Economic Conference. It all happens Thursday, October 16th at 8 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar Convention Center. Under the theme Resilience in the Face of Global Uncertainty, this half-day conference is your chance to gain powerful insights on navigating today's shifting global economy. This is the premier networking and knowledge-sharing event of the year, and you cannot afford to miss it. So secure your spot today at www.cfal.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas.
Brought to you by CFAL. Another economic and geopolitical threat is looming for the Bahamas and other countries as the United States issues a warning to all countries planning to vote for the adoption of the International Maritime Organization's Net Zero Framework. The Donald Trump administration laying out its stance in a statement released by the U.S. Department of State Friday. 5 initial remedies the U.S. will take against countries that vote for the NZF, which the administration said unduly and unfairly burdens the United States and its citizens. The Bahamas is part of the IMO, a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for the security, safety, and environmental performance of international shipping, and holds one of the world's largest ship registries. The Trump administration, whose policies align with the stance that climate change is a hoax, has rallied against many initiatives aimed at reducing carbon emissions and slowing climate change. It says that the NZF is aimed at reducing global carbon dioxide gas emissions from the international shipping sector, which is contrary to the Trump administration's stance on how carbon emissions affect the world. The Bahamas National Productivity Task Force is 5 weeks ahead of schedule in producing draft legislation for a national policy on productivity that will go before Parliament for ratification. As the task force works on developing everything a Productivity Council would need to hit the ground running. The task force chairman, Edison Sumner, says that it was initially engaged by the government in 2019 to be a part of the force to help conduct public sector work and public engagement for the establishment of the National Productivity Council. The council will be responsible for maintaining systems and improving issues of productivity, innovation, and competitiveness across sectors throughout the country. Overseas, the U.S. and global economies will grow a bit more this year than previously forecast, as the Trump administration's tariffs have so far proved less disruptive than expected. That's according to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, though the full impact of the policies is still emerging. The United States economy will expand 2% in 2025, according to the IMF, in its influential semi-annual forecast, the World Economic Outlook. That is slightly higher than the 1.9% forecast in the IMF's last update in July and 1.8% in April. The U.S. should grow 2.1% next year, also just 0.1% faster than its previous projection. The global economy, meanwhile, will grow 3.2% this year, up from a 3% estimate in July and 3.1%, the same as the previous estimate. The figures represent a bit of a round trip for the IMF. In January, before Trump began imposing tariffs, it had forecast global growth of 3.3%, only slightly higher than its newest estimate. While the U.S. and world economies have fared better than expected, it's too soon to say they are fully in the clear. The IMF says that the policies from the tariff threats could take some time to impact international trade patterns. And General Motors will record a negative impact of $1.6 billion in the next quarter after tax incentives for electric vehicles were slashed by the U.S. and rules governing emissions are relaxed. Shares fell less than 2% before the opening bell Tuesday. The EV tax credit ended last month. The clean vehicle tax credit was worth $7,500 for EVs and up to $4,000 for used ones in the U.S. Meanwhile, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, has been working on easing rules aimed at cleaning up auto tailpipe emissions as the Trump administration moves to undo incentives for automakers to go electric. President Donald Trump has also challenged federal EV charging infrastructure money and blocked California's ban of new gas-powered vehicle sales. It adds up to less pressure on automakers to continue evolving their production away from gas-burning vehicles. Today was banning dealings by Chinese companies with 5 subsidiaries of South Korean shipbuilder Hanwha Ocean in the latest swipe by Beijing at U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to rebuild the industry in America. The ministry also warned that it was investigating a probe by Washington into China's growing dominance in world shipbuilding and threatened more retaliatory measures. It said the U.S. probe endangers China's national security and its shipping industry. It cited Hanwha's involvement in the investigation. In your Market Watch recapping trading on the BISX from Friday, your market movers Consolidated Water closing at $6.72, up 4 cents, and Emir Incorporated up 24 cents, closing at $11.96. The BISX All Share Index closing at 3,039.89, up 0.28. Recapping the week before the holiday on Monday, the local market ended the week with 14,200 shares crossing the exchange in 12 trades, accumulating a value of $99,362. The BISX All Share Index lost 23.4 points, or 0.764%, and 39.87. Year to date, the index is up 31.65 points, or 1.052%. The week's volume and value leader was Focall, moving 10,000 shares in 5 trades with a value of $65,217. That's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. We are back with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with DeQuesta Dean. And it's the second annual Miracle Miles event. It's a Fund Trust Walk fundraiser. And here we're very pleased to have back with us from Four Seasons Race Management, Marcel Bob Major, and the president of BAPV, Jermaine Brown. Jermaine in studio. We've had him on Zoom quite a few times, but he's in studio. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here.
All right, so this is the second one. So that means there's been one before.
Yeah, it's been.
But let people know what Miracle Miles is all about.
Miracle Miles is just that, Miracle Mile. There's a miracle in every mile because we usually cater this event for those that are in special need. And for example, last year we did the Bahamas Association for the Physically Disabled, and we had a push along Bay Street. We raised monies for them, and it was just an exciting event for special organizations that don't usually get the big time fundraising.
Right.
So we look particularly for those small organizations or associations, and then we have what we call a Miracle Mile. And this year is none other. We have the Bahamas Alliance for the Blind and Visually Impaired. We got Jermaine Brown in the house. So we're gonna ask the Bahamian public to step away from the race norm.
Okay.
We're gonna do something different on Saturday. We're gonna have a blind trust. We're going to invite people to come down and just experience what it is to be blind.
Right.
And have a fun time with it, get free medals, get a nice hat, enjoy, and then mix and mingle with the blind and see what it is, just to see what their world is like.
Yes.
And it's a free event, 18th of October.
Wow.
Clifford
Okay.
Park.
All right. So explain to us, experience, you say, what it's like. What are you going to be blindfolded?
We did, we bought blindfolders.
Okay.
The little black that you sleep with, the blindfolders.
Okay.
We're going to invite all those that show up. I don't want to throw out all the surprises, but when you come there, you are going to experience what it is to be blind, and you're going to walk around Clifford Park blindfolded.
Oh, boy.
And it's going to be like
Someone's going to be leading you?
Exactly.
Okay.
We're going to pair you up.
Oh,
Those that are
okay.
there. One going to be blind, one is going to be leading
Visual,
you.
okay.
And then you alternate.
Okay.
And then the first, second, and third that come across the finish line gets a trophy.
Okay.
And everybody gets a finisher's medal.
Yeah.
And a
Okay.
hat.
Wow.
So it's a very unique experience.
But only for a mile.
Only for twice around the Clifford
Twice.
Park.
Okay.
That's roughly about a mile or
Yeah.
so, short of a
Okay.
mile, twice
Okay.
around the park.
Right.
All right.
I love the concept of it, though,
Yeah.
because you understand someone's plight unless
As
you
you
are
are
in
in
their
their
shoes.
shoes, and
And
you
so
can
it's a great way
experience it,
to let people understand that, what
Yeah.
life is like.
Exactly. And this
Yeah.
month is also Blind Awareness Month.
October have a lot of things now. Youth month, blind
So
month.
we wanted to make it different, and I'll let Jermaine speak more.
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
the
Jermaine. So
blind.
tell us
Tell us.
about that. We know BAPV's been working hard to spread awareness. You and Dario always speaking about this. But tell us why this is important.
Well, this is extremely important for us.
Let me adjust your mic for you. Keep talking.
Okay, so this is one of our major fundraisers. This is going to be a great help for us. We use funds to help educate, help empower persons who find themselves either at a loss of their sight or losing their sight to get back into society, be able to function naturally using phones, using computers, being able to move around, walk around, catch bus, things like that. Those are the kind of things that we try to train our persons to do. Even things such as using the kitchen, sorting out clothes. There's so many things that we have to adjust to again after we've past the state of depression, because most times coming from being able to see, going into no sight at all, tends to push you into a state of depression. But our organization helps to, I would say, encourage you, helps to build your confidence back, and it also helps to show you small things that you can use, small things that you can do to figure out some things. Like when I first lost my sight, I wouldn't even get out of bed.
When did that happen? How old were you?
I was in my 30s, my mid 30s. I've been blind now almost 10 years.
Wow.
And I wouldn't even find my shoes. I couldn't even find my shoes. When it was so simple, all I had to do was come out of the bed and feel for it.
Right.
You know? So the confidence level it drops. It really drops. And, you know, being able, joining the organization, it helped me to build my confidence back. I wasn't able to speak. I'm able to speak now. And there's so much I learned. I learned how to cook. And so much more.
You're independent.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I know how to use phones. I can send emails, texts.
Right.
Yeah, I know Bob is trying to figure out how I text him.
Yeah, we have a lot of problems.
because I don't even send him voice notes. I text him every day.
Okay. Very interesting.
You know, so yeah, and we try to do that with the help of Anatole Rogers. We train there and some classes there. Weekly. We haven't kicked it in as yet. We were supposed to start about a week ago because of inclement weather and some other things. You know, that's why we haven't started our classes back. We also had self-defense as well.
I remember that.
Yeah, we had like 15 of our members learning self-defense, and that was a big class. Those persons enjoyed that.
Right.
Nice.
And we talked about it off air. Dominoes.
I
want to be there though. Make sure that I am there when you beat Dwight.
I am challenging the Bahamas to
Tell them come on Saturday.
come on
We
out
have a
on
domino.
Saturday. We have the domino tournament going on, blind versus sighted.
Wow.
We'll see who's the best. We'll see who's the best. And I challenge anybody. I, Jermaine Brown, challenge anybody. They come and wow.
So,
I trash talk.
So I heard you say that the walk is free, but obviously we want to raise funds.
Right.
So what do you want the public to know about coming out to support this event and how they can support?
Okay. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank J.S. Johnson, who is our title sponsor, who came on board for the first event.
Awesome.
And they saw how amazing it was, how different it was, and they was able to partner with us again this year. So thank you, J.S. Johnson. And also you, Dwight. You came, you helped us out last year and this year. So the Guardian, we want to thank you. But in order to raise what we've done, we're going to also have cash boxes.
Okay.
So the event is actually free. You can register free on fourseasonsracemanagement.com. And then we are encouraging you to bring cash, because we're going to have cash boxes. You just, whatever you donate, all the funds go to BABV. We're also going to we bought some canes. We're going to sell the canes with the monies we make, and then we're going to give them the canes. So they get the cane and the money.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And so we're also going to have South at the event. So we're encouraging the public, if they don't want to participate in the Blind Trust, they'll come down, 7 o'clock, Clifford Park, Saturday coming at the 18th of October, and purchase some South.
Okay.
So this is a good way to give back to the blind.
Yeah. So Marcel, is there, I can't come on Saturday, but I want to buy a cane to still participate by not, showing up, but perhaps in advance purchasing a cane that donates?
Any type of donations.
Any type of donation.
Yeah.
We have a website, fourseasonsracemanagement.com. We have a chat page that you can just go on there, send us an email or chat with us. We'd be more than happy to come and collect it, or you can deliver it to my office or deliver it to the Bob V office or whatever. But the canes, you can also even purchase canes and bring them to the event.
Right.
But like I said, we're going to have some canes there for sale. You purchase them and we give them the money and the canes.
Awesome.
So it's a very unique event. It's outside of the regular walk, fun run walk, traditional walk.
And Is there
starts
any
at
way?
7, right?
It starts at 7,
Okay.
Clifford Park. We're going to walk around right where the
Right.
march pass is. We're going
Right.
to walk around the park. There's going to be music and the entertainment, just like a regular event, but it's a blind trust instead of a fun one.
I love that. And I think it'd be a great challenge for corporate Bahamas to participate in this to help build trust with their teams.
Indeed.
Teams
Great,
out and
it's a
this
great
could
team
be an
building
exercise
exercise.
in
Yeah.
trust too, and having team members guide and know what voices you listen to
I
and that
sent
sort of stuff.
thousands of emails to all the
Right.
corporate companies,
Yeah.
but where they don't see the actual walk or the, I haven't gotten any response.
so competitive, eh?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So we're inviting corporate Bahamas. If you're hearing
listening,
me now, it's a good way to build trust with your team members. So come out now on Saturday, free event.
So Dwight, we had an event where I was showing Marcel how to move around with the key.
My wife.
I was going to ask if there's any strategy to it.
Not really. Not really. I mean, there's a little bit of, you just have to speak a lot. You just have to say, well, we're coming up to this, watch out for this, one step up high, narrow path, things like that you listen out for and stuff like that. But I had Marcel and his wife trying out the blindfold, and I was guiding them.
Oh, wow.
Bob, Marcel, tell them about it.
Well, my wife, hello. I'm sure she's listening. Teresa Major, my wonderful wife. We had a wonderful time. That's what really prompted us to really push this event, because we were able to experience what it is to walk around, not being able to see, and she really enjoyed it. And he was leading both of us, and we were trying to figure out how do people get around, and it was like it's just so amazing to be able to be in their world and see how they're able to just live.
So kids can do this as well? Can
Kids, anybody. It's free to anybody who want to get up at 7 o'clock on Saturday and come and have a unique time with us on Saturday. Clifford Park.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you
I'm
for being
anticipating it to be
here to tell us all about it. Marcel Bob Major, and of course, Jermaine Brown with BABV. BABV. Remind folks again how they can reach you all at BABV.
Okay, so you can reach BABV at 802-2284. That's 80-BABV. 802-2284. That's our organization number. Or you can call my cell. It's 421-7243. Or our email is babvi101@gmail.com.
Okay. Wonderful stuff. Jermaine Brown, thank you so much.
No
Good
problem.
to see you in person.
All right.
Great to have you in the studio with us.
I look forward to beating up on you.
Oh, boy. Marcel Bob Major, always
Thank you
a
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank
It's
you so
always
much.
a pleasure.
Great work
Thank
that
you.
you all continue
We brought
to
you
do.
one of our caps.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. All right. And Duquessidine,
Yeah.
thank you for being here.
See you again soon.
Yes, you're going to be with us a lot this week. So we'll see you in a few hours.
Have a great day, Bahamas.
Thank you.
I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Everybody have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green. And don't forget, it's Z Day here on Guardian Radio. Z Live moves to 12 o'clock. Stay tuned.
This October, let's come together for hope, support, and strength.
It's the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group Dollar Day, happening Friday, October 17th from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., right on the Nassau Guardian grounds, Carter Street.
And the best part? With just $1, you can help make a difference in the fight against breast cancer. Every dollar counts toward awareness, education, and support for women battling this disease.
Come on, drop a